I don't understand why Africans hate their own people. Like, just because we live in a different country doesn't make us any different than y'all.
Bro, I'm reaching out to the African community. Why don't y'all like us?
Hi, YouTube family, and it's your girl Brilliant Reacts. And on my YouTube today, we are going to have a conversation about how the Black Americans really feels about the Africans. And on this topic, is there a real love? Is there any tension? Is there any real stereotype? Let us hear them on the video below. Kindly remember to subscribe, like, share, view, and comment down below. What's your opinion?
Africans come here looking to us to be skin folk. They already got a deal, with the discrimination of being an immigrant, and then they look to black people for comfort, black Americans for comfort, and they don't get none. That is what you need to be focused on before you as a black person try to open your mouth against other groups of people of color. It's already disheartening to receive discrimination from everybody else who is not black. But when you look to your own people who are so far removed from their culture and you look to them for comfort and they treat you like dirt too, it's a different type of disheartening. Africans don't have to come here and help us advance our medicine, advance our skills. Goes back to the Gorilla Glue lady. Okay, an African doctor was the one who saved her hair. He used simple olive oil and some other natural ingredients to remove that glue from her hair. So the least that we can do when Africans come here is be way more kind and inviting to them instead of being so discriminatory.
Bro, I'm reaching out to the African community. Why don't y'all like us? Because when I be at work and I be trying to talk to the African people, it always seems like they be like looking at me funny or side-eyeing me. And at first I was thinking maybe they just don't understand me that well. Maybe they're not well acquainted with the way we speak or something. I don't know. But somebody brought it to my attention that they just don't like African American people. And I didn't believe it at first. But then I started noticing certain little things. One of my coworkers was like, if you notice, they always cool with the white people. They love white people. I'm like, no, I don't think it's that. Like, there's no way they like white people more than they like us. That don't even make sense. I'll never forget. I was walking down this long pathway at my job. It's like a long pathway. And I see somebody just running this way like super, super fast. And it was an African. And I'm sitting there watching this, and she's a beautiful African lady, like super beautiful. Like, but she running this way. I'm looking like, what's she running from? It's a white dude behind her chasing her, and they both just laughing and giggling. I'm like, ain't that the same girl I was just trying to talk to yesterday, and she act like she couldn't understand nothing I was saying? How she having so much fun talking to this white man, but she can't be cool with me? Like, that's insane. Like, why don't y'all like us? Like, what is it that y'all don't like about us? I thought we was cool. And then as time went on, more and more, like, down the line, I'm starting to peep, like, this is a reoccurring pattern. Like, it keep on happening. I'm starting to peep that ain't no Africans trying to talk to me. They all act funny towards me, but they do be messing with the white people. And I'm like, bruh, that's a real thing? Like, I used to hear people say it, but I didn't really believe it. Like, I'm not the type of person that just hears something and just believe it automatically. Like, I got to see for myself. And once I really seen it, like, this same African lady I was just trying to talk to yesterday, not being flirtatious, not being weird or nothing, like regular conversation, just trying to, you know what I mean, help make the day go by, like, not even saying nothing bad or nothing. This same lady who wouldn't even give me a conversation was being chased down by a white man, laughing and giggling. I couldn't believe it. Why don't y'all like us? I understand we're a little bit Americanized and everything like that, and we're a little bit brainwashed, and we can be ignorant at times, but every African American is not like that. I don't like to see myself as an ignorant person who runs around starting I don't do that. You know what I mean? I don't do that at all. So I don't understand. It's very frustrating. I don't even want to talk about it no more. But hey, have y'all ever experienced that?
Black Africans and Black Caribbeans and Black Americans are different. Black Africans and Black Caribbeans are closer, almost identical. They have high, and I'm generalizing now, but generalization is pretty accurate. They have high self-esteem and lower levels of confidence. Black Americans have higher levels of confidence and lower levels of self-esteem. Because of slavery lasted here longer, it was turned into a business, and it was an intentional desire to destroy your spirit, because if they had this black man here, coming here with all that build and all that brawn from, by the way, they say they went to Africa, oh, we're dumb, we're stupid. Knock that off. 1600s, 1500s was an agricultural age. The wealthiest gold in America, in the world, were cotton crops and sugar crops and tobacco crops, which are in areas which were very humid, very hot, and the soil was almost dead. Who could master dead soil? Africans. So they went halfway around the world to find the geniuses of the soil. They brought us halfway around the world because we could build wealth for them and income. But they didn't need this brother's attitude. They needed his body. So they separated from his family, so he had no hope. They abused his wife and held him down so he couldn't protect her until he gave up his self-esteem. Now he's just machinery. So now, 400 years later, we never healed. So if I don't like me, I'm not going to like you. If I don't feel good about me, I'm not going to feel good about you. If I don't respect me, don't expect me to respect you. If I don't love me, I don't have a clue how to love you. And here's the big one. If I don't have a purpose in my life, I'm going to make your life a living hell. Whatever goes around, comes around. So we have high confidence, Jerome, because we've competed and succeeded against all odds in the biggest economy on the planet. So we have high confidence because we're competent, but we have low self-esteem, which is why you have crab in the barrel. It's why somebody's sitting there going, what is he talking about? My life? Why would anybody have anything with something positive to say right now? So if you got a problem with me, you need to check yourself. I don't even know you. So, as Quincy Jones once said, not 1 ounce of my self-esteem depends on your acceptance of me. So it's okay if you don't like me, I like me. Now, Black African, y'all, come on now, we having church in here. Now, Black Africans and Caribbeans experienced slavery lower for a shorter period of time, and they experienced family structure and role modeling for a longer period of time. The mayor was Black. The governor was Black. The premier was Black. The dentist was Black. The barber was Black. The thief was Black. Everybody was Black. Together families. So they have higher self-esteem, but they have lower confidence because they didn't succeed in a market economy. It makes perfect sense. So that's why when Black Africans or Caribbeans come here, within 2 or 3 years, they're killing it. Yet the Ethiopians in Washington, D.C., they're at the Park Hyatt parking the cars. Within a couple of days, they've hired the buddies to be valets. Within a few weeks, they're also the taxi drivers. Within a couple months, they put the money in for an Uber car. Now they got a Black car. Now they got 3 Black cars. Now they live together. Now they have their entire staff in the front of the lobby. They have the valets. They got the taxi. They got the Ubers. They're willing to rent you an apartment if you want one. I mean, but that's because the hustle was the only ingredient that they missed, the opportunity. Black people, Black Americans are the role models for the world. But we've got a little bit confused because we think that's enough. We're also depressed. I think that 70% of Black Americans clinically undiagnosed depressed. And I can't prove that number. I love numbers. I can't prove that one. But whenever I talk to somebody, our people in a real conversation, can I get an amen? So when we're having a real conversation, we just have to heal so we can deal. Now, if we can heal, which is real wealth, and heal ourselves and love ourselves, now we can have a relationship. Now, in a relationship, it's the only time where it should be multiplication and not math. So if in a relationship, if 2 + 2 does not equal 6, 8, or 10, what are you doing? If you're not better together, what are you doing? When you go to the club tonight, what's tonight? Tonight's Saturday? When you go to the club tonight, what's tonight? Friday? Entrepreneurs, we work 18 hours, they keep getting a job. We can work 18 hours and 6, and we have a nap for 3 hours, for 6 hours, that's it. So yeah, I don't know what day it is. You go to the club tonight? Oh man, she's fine. Oh, he's so handsome. What's your name? Oh, what's your credit score? And I'm only partially joking. After the looks fall away and the body falls away, that's your business partner for life. 2 + 2 should equal 6, 8, or 10. If you're not better together, what are you doing? So So this thing we're talking about is self-esteem is the entire ball game. If we can't fix this, we're done. No one else can hurt us, we'll hurt us. If we can fix this, I believe we will and we are. No one can stop us.
African Americans are telling me in my comments, because I'm not from here, I don't have the right to speak about them. I've heard too many times that African Americans believe that we Africans look down upon them when we come to this country, and we think we're better than them. It's false. When we were young in Africa, we worshipped African Americans. Yes. We changed our names to African Americans. My friends in school were called Jim Brown, Black Moses. Yes.
Wow.
I was called Superfly.
Okay.
Yes.
Go King.
Blacks in Africa, the barbershop, we go to barbershop until blacks started wearing afro, and we stopped and we started wearing afro.
Really?
We blacks hated our own fabric, the dashiki, until African Americans made it popular in the 70s, and we all started wearing it back. As a case, I had his albums. We've watched all the movies. Kool-Aid High, TNT Jackson, A Hell Up in Harlem, Detroit 9000, Truck Turner, you name it. And then we go home and we're trying to practice how they speak and all that. That was when we were in Africa. Ask any African who went through the 60s and 70s. They'll tell you, oh, we love them. Maya Angelou moved to Ghana, and she was like a sister. 14 years she lived in Ghana. Her son had an accident and broke his leg and arm in Ghana. African Americans are telling me in my comments, because I'm not from here, I don't have the right to speak about them. Do you know W.E.B. Du Bois? Do you know where he died? He died in Ghana, was buried in Ghana, and Nkrumah built a center for Pan-African Studies. He came to Africa, the first black PhD holder from Harvard, W.E.B. He came to Ghana, Africa, to tell us that our best way is to be Pan-Africanist. We listened to him. We didn't tell him, who are you to come from the United States and tell us what to do? There's a guy called Kwame Ture. He was formerly called Stokely Carmichael. He's the one who came up with Black Power, Black Power. Do you know where he is right now? In Guinea, in Africa, with pistols on his hip. When you go into my comments, African Americans are saying, I don't know anything about them. Hear me. Know you, the African Americans, more than you know yourself. Why? Because I am coming from the place where they brought you from. So when I got here and I looked at you, I see too much of us in you, and that's why we stay away from you.
To everybody that calls me Somali, I'm not fucking Somali. I'm not Somalian. I'm not from Africa. I don't identify with anything African. I am African American. Okay? African Americans are a new breed of African. Okay? We're not from Africa. We're from America. I was born in New York. We're not the same thing. We're not. We're black. That's an American thing. Black isn't anywhere else besides America. We are a new tribe. Okay? We don't look nothing like y'all. We don't talk nothing like y'all. We don't dress nothing like y'all. Know the difference. We are not the same. At all. Period. Point blank. Have a nice night. Have a good day.
Okay, I'm the advisor for a group of African students. And the thing about it is, I hope that they learn from me, just as I'm learning from them. Me being Black American and them being, actually born and from Africa. Me being much older, there's some things that I know and have seen that they have yet to see because they're still young. But I think, just my personal opinion, the biggest cause, one of the reasons for the cause of the differences between Black Americans and, people from Africa is the fact that, number one, we never controlled our own history. How our history is taught, when it's shared, we never control that. That's been a huge factor because me taking it upon myself to I like to learn about Africa. I like to learn about Black American history as well because the two are connected. But we don't have control of our own history. We're always relying on it to be fed to us because it was snatched from us, especially Black Americans. The second thing is, most of the issues is based on the fact that we both have been sold marketing propaganda that's out of our control. Black Americans have been portrayed a certain way to the African community. The African community has been portrayed a certain way to the Black American community. So you have to actually get away from the media and the marketing to really learn about each community yourself. You have to. You can't do it watching TV. You can't do it watching movies. Because both sides, we're both portrayed in a negative way. And for some reason, we see what we see on TV and adopt that as, oh, that's all Africa. You know, like over here, when they show the TV commercials of, you know, kids with flies and stuff all over them, oh, please feed them. You know, that's what they show us that Africa is. And then, even, I'm not sure what they show in Africa. Now, I've been to Africa, but that was during my military days, so I didn't get a chance to really explore. But the thing about it is showing that Black Americans are gangsters and shooters and all this type stuff, and it's so far from the truth of what each one is. And the other thing is, at a certain point, you have to start actually interacting with each other. Not assuming, but just, we got to start interacting with each other on a more, I don't care. I mean, you can do Zoom meetings, whatever, but it needs to be something where you're interacting with someone from Africa, from America, to sort of understand. Because there's just so much to unpack. Will it happen overnight? Will things be different overnight? No. But it's a starting point. Keeping it short.
I don't understand why Africans hate their own people. Like, just because we live in a different country doesn't make us any different than y'all. I mean, sure, our culture is different, but genetically, we're literally the same. And you want to know what's crazy? African people copy American culture, and Black people want more of their culture. Like, really? We're literally going in separate directions, and that's what's dividing us. This stupid ignorance on both sides needs to stop. Like, it's honestly so dumb. I can't even believe I'm ranting about it on TikTok right now. Just love everyone. Understand both sides. It's that easy. And honestly, this is something I can rant about all day. If you guys are interested, follow me and let me know you want more.
So I've been in Ghana for the past week. This is my second visit. And surprisingly, this is what I've learned. Africans do not hate us. Africans don't hate us at all. As a matter of fact, that is what the media tells us. So we don't come here. So we don't connect with our culture, with our people, with our roots. They tell us that, so we stay away. So we don't help build our communities. They want to keep communities poor. And they show us the worst parts of Africa, so we're not interested in coming. But it's all a lie. I have not been mistreated at all since I've been here. I've actually been shown a lot of love. A lot of love. They love to see us coming back. Is there jealousy? Do you get side eyes from people? Yeah, of course. That's anywhere you go. That's everywhere. If you've been wanting to come back home, come back home. I have the most peace. And I definitely don't spend a lot of money when I'm here. But come back home. Stop letting the white folks lie to y'all and tell y'all that Africa is poor. So is America. America's poor too. America's poor too. But you know what? You make the best out of wherever you are. Ghana is a beautiful place. Don't let anybody just stop believing what other people tell you and just come experience for yourself. Beautiful communities. Come on. Just come. Right now, I'm on the roadside, going to get some fruit. You know how much I'll spend? No more than $7. This is Africa, baby.
Here's the thing. Africa, like whether you say Nigerians or Ethiopians, whatever, we were colonized by Europeans, man. We were colonized. We were treated like shit. Look at South Africa. With all the Dutch, they've shit on South Africans, man. And finally, I think South Africans, with the help of Julius Malema and all these, they're trying to take some of their shit back. Dutch people are fucked up towards fucking Black Africans. And the fact that a South African, a white South African calls himself African, to me, is fucking ridiculous. Like, you're Dutch. You just didn't leave. How the fuck do you steal African from somebody? But it's like when white South Africans, that's not even real. You're not even genetically an African. The fuck? You don't even live amongst the black ones. It's that same mentality that Africans have when they come to, and I've had relatives, man, I'm not gonna name them. I've had relatives go, oh, we're better than African Americans. I go, no, we're not. Listen, I'm not gonna act like, of course there's a slight cultural difference when you're African because you know what it is? In Africa, usually they'll show African Americans in a certain light. African Americans and Africans have always had friction, you know what I'm saying? But Africans, and I know some Africans are gonna probably be like, I don't like what you, man, whatever.
People were upset over this clip. This clip started to go viral on Twitter.
Why are they getting upset at that? First of all, it's the truth. Africans come to America, and there's a lot of my African American friends say, man, a lot of Africans are really mean towards us. They're really nasty towards us because they feel they're better towards us. And I think it's the wrong attitude to take because I'm West African, but I was born here. My friends are African American and African.
Concerning my views about this is that many Black Americans feel that there's a deep sense of pride concerning the African culture and heritage, their history and their achievement. There's a possibility of a great connect and curiosity. The Black Americans love the Africans' food, culture, languages, and tribe. On my view concerning this is that many Black Americans develop a strong and a deep pride in the African heritage and African culture. The achievements, the history with admiration. So I feel like there is curiosity and connect within the Black Americans and the African people. There is the urge to learn about the Black Americans have that urge to learn about the African culture, food, lifestyle, dressing code, which lead to greater connection. There's some of the stereotypes that we have seen them on online media, on the social media platform, which are misinformation, which are misguided. But we are united. Black Americans and African, I believe that we are united. We have that common goal in experiencing new skills, being kind to each other, being friends with each other, inviting each other. I believe that we are sincere people and we should embrace all our culture in different forms. What had we thought about the Black Americans with African friends? What are your thoughts about the Africans? Do they have a story to tell? Can you comment down below, share, like, subscribe, and thank you.